Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Sunday edition of Thoroughbred Action here from Gulfstream Park West. Another 5-day week here at GPW comes to a close with a 10-race card on this October 14th. A lot of ground to cover here. Jason Blewett, by the way, joining you, and we'll give you up next the track and weather conditions. Fast and firm on this second Sunday of the fall at GPW. Clear, sunny skies as well in Miami Gardens as we settle in for the first of 10 coming up on the turf. A lot of grass on this card as we go the 7.5 furlongs with these 3-and-up filly mare claimers. Claiming prices are $8,000 as we turn it on over to track announcer Mike Carter.
And they're off. Sprinting away from the center is doing the Watusi. 40 kilos shows speed through at the inside. Give Me Some Candy is into the mix there too. Caught 3 wide as they head into the first turn is Miss Sophia's Star. Here's a Sisters Drama who got away in about 5th around the first turn. Then at the inside is a Phenomenal Gem. Outside of that one is Kiss Kiss Tell Tell. And Anonymous is the back marker as they straighten up into the backstretch. And on top of the field is Doing the Watusi. Doing the Watusi's on top by a length over Miss Sophia's Star. That it's a gap of about 6 to Give Me Some Candy. Outside of that one is 40 kilos, about 12 lengths off the lead. Then comes Sister Drama, who races in 5th. 6 towards the inside is Phenomenal Gem. Then on the outside is Kiss Kiss Tell Tell. And Anonymous can see them all as they race onto the far turn with a little bit more than a half-mile left to go. It's Doing the Watusi. Doing the Watusi's on top by a length and a half. Miss Sophia's Star is chasing from in second. Then it's a gap of 6 lengths further back to Give Me Some Candy. The gray is Sister Drama is trying to make up some ground there too as they make their way to the head of the lane. A little bit more than a furlong left to go. And it's Doing the Watusi. Doing the Watusi is on top by a length and a quarter, but on the outside, coming late is Miss Sophia's Star. Miss Sophia's Star now takes over the top spot. Give Me Some Candy is wavered to Sister Drama. A little bit more than a 16th left to go. And it's Miss Sophia's Star who's opened up a 6-length lead here. Closing late is Phenomenal Gem, but that one's going to run at a racetrack. Miss Sophia's Star wins. Phenomenal Gem was a second, then came Doing the Watusi from Sister Drama and Anonymous.
7 Miss Sophia's Star tracked the pace outside and just crushed the field. This was a dominating effort from this filly by Congrats, trained by Marcus Vitale, and ridden to victory by 5-pound apprentice Romero Mirage. Let's move on to race number 2. We hit the main track for the first time today. We've got some 3-and-up filly mare claimers that have never won 3 or 3-year-olds, claiming prices $16,000. Big favorite here, the number 2 Right On, odds on with Paco Lopez.
And they're up. Slow beginning for Majestic Mayara. Rochette shows speed from in between horses. At the inside is Pure Bliss. And on the outside, Nothing's Free is third, about a length and a half off the lead. Right On at the inside shows some really contentious speed as they continue the way up the backstretch. Rochette is on the outside of runners, about 4.5 lengths off the lead. And Majestic Mayara is the trailer. It's Rochette on top, still the lead, about 3 parts of a length. Over Nothing's Free is on the outside, racing in second. Pure Bliss continues to track from in third, about 3 lengths off the lead. Maria Lena is trying to move now on the outside. Then at the inside is Right On. And Majestic Mayara can see them all as they make their way around the turn 3 furlongs from home. They make their way to the top of the stretch, and it's Rochette. Rochette is on top by a length and 3/4. Nothing's Free is trying to chase from the center is Marie Elena. As they come inside the final furlong, it's Rochette. Coming up the inside is Pure Bliss of the white cap. On the outside is Right On. Trying to split horses is Nothing's Free, but it is Rochette who has the lead, and Rochette is going to draw off here to win by a length and 3/4. Rochette wins over Nothing's Free. Tight 4 show between Pure Bliss and Right On, then came Majestic Mayara.
Romero Mirage, a hot hand thus far in the afternoon. He sweeps the early double, riding this 4-year-old filly by Cowtown Cat to victory for trainer Michael Yates. Romero Mirage, a product of Hollywood, Florida, 2 for 2 on this Sunday afternoon. And with that second down, we'll take a little breather. We're back with race number 3 after this. And here we go with Sunday's third on Thoroughbred Action. My own is 16th on the turf. We've got some 3-and-up claimers that have never won 2. Claiming prices are $8,000.
And they're off. The starter caught them in a great line. Dilute 'em as expected. Gets the first call from in between horses. On the far outside of Friend Zone. Shows a little bit of early contentious speed as they are bunched up in front of us for the first time. Mustang Power the Gray is caught on the outside. Salute and a Serve. Got away in third. Then comes Moon Lever from in fourth. In between horses in fifth. As they race on to the clubhouse turn is Cleve. Then at the inside is D. Famonte as they race on to the first turn. Steel Beach is about 6.5 lengths off the lead next. But on top of the field as they round the clubhouse turn, it's Dilute 'em. Dilute 'em is on top by a half a length, but is engaged early by Mustang Power. And now Mustang Power shoves ahead on top. A Salute and a Serve is at the inside racing next. From in between horses is Moon Lever. Trying to close on the outside is New Now as they continue up the back stretch. Then comes Moon Lever. At the inside is Steel Beach. Cleve is still in between horses with about 5.5 lengths to make up, but is advancing nicely on the outside. They make their run onto the far turn, and it's Dilute 'em. Dilute 'em's on top by a length and a half. Mustang Power continues to track from in second. Cleve trying to surge to the outside. Third, Moon Lever's trying to get into the mix there too as they run onto the far turn, and it's Dilute 'em. Dilute 'em continues to lead the way here as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Dilute 'em will turn for home with a 2.5 length lead. Trying to close on the outside is Cleve. Up the fence is Moon Lever. From the far outside coming on now is Schweetz. Farthest of all is Irish Letters, but it's Dilute 'em who has the lead with a 16th left to go. Schweetz is coming on the outside. Here comes Schweetz. Schweetz up then after Dilute 'em down to the finish. Tight for win between Schweetz or Dilute 'em.
Good to see some of the young talent in the room scoring victories thus far today, as Hector Berrios, a new face from Chile, was the winning rider aboard a $19.40 upset winner in Schweetz, trained by Antonio Machado. Schweetz, daughter of High Cotton. Race number 4 in the afternoon, main tracking it here. 7 furlongs, 3-and-up filly mare claimers that have never won 2. Claiming prices $6,250.
And they're up. Zarabanda gets the first call from in between horses. Mama's tries shows speed to the outside. Kitty and Hill is next on the inside. Then from in between horses as they race onto the main track, it is on to Betty. So as they sprint out of the chute and onto the main track, it's Zarabanda who has the lead by a length. Kitty and Hill on the outside races in second. On Betty's at the rail in third. Then in between horses is Mama tries from fourth, about 5 lengths off the lead. 3 wide is Michelle's left. Casual Cairo is next, and Peaceful Warrior Girl is the trailer as they sprint on to the far turn. A little bit more than a half mile left to go. And on top of the field here is Zarabanda. Zarabanda is on top by a head. Aunt Betty has about 4 lengths left to make up as they race on to the far turn run. And it's Zarabanda. Zarabanda still on top. Here comes Kitty and Hill though on the outside to shove ahead on top. So Kitty and Hill is taken over by a half a length. Zarabanda at the inside shows speed with a 1/4 of a mile left to go. Mama tries is at the rail as they race to the top of the stretch. Heads are turned for home. It's Kitty and Hill. Michelle's Laugh is trying to close up ground to the outside, but Kitty and Hill still leads. Trying to fight on at the inside is Zarabanda. On the outside, down the center of the race course is Michelle's Laugh. On Betty is trying to get into the mix there too. On the outside is Peaceful Warrior Girl. Inside the final 16th, it's Kitty and Hill with the lead, and Kitty and Hill will win by a length and a 1/4 over Zarabanda. Then came on to Betty. From there was Michelle's Laugh, and at the inside, Mama's Tries.
Speed thus far has been a great weapon of choice over the dirt. The 3 Kitty and Hill tracked the pace, stalked the pace outside, and kicked it into high gear beneath Ray Gampath for trainer Leon Minot. She's a Florida-bred filly by Soldat. Kitty and Hill much the best in the 4th. Here's race number 5 as we cash out that early pick 5. And if you're keeping score, we've had no winning favorites through the first 4. We'll see what shakes out in a big field of 12 on the turf at 7.5 furlongs in this claiming race for fillies and mares.
And they're off. The starter caught them in a great line. Baby Monster gets the first call from the far outside. Little Smarty Pants is into the mix there early. La Pantalones Fancy is right there into the mix there. Third, fourth on the outside is Bar Libre as they run onto the clubhouse turn. And the leader will be Baby Monster onto that turn. From the outside post, Little Smarty Pants now shoves ahead on top. La Pantalones Fancy got away in third, about 6 lengths off the lead. Then comes Bar Libre from in fourth. It's a gap of 5 back to Wake Chula. On the outside of that one is Weekend Appeal as they sprint up the backstretch. Marina Mia is next, a length and a quarter to the gray Lexi's Doll. Racing next on the outside is Nix Rose. Then comes B Shore Lisa, and at the back of the pack is Vineyard Nina. Onto the far turn they run, and it's Little Smarty Pants. Little Smarty Pants has opened up a 5-length lead here over a Baby Monster in the second. Then it's a gap of 3 back to La Pantalones Fancy as they make their run onto the far turn. Bar Libre is fourth, about 10 lengths off the lead, but it's Little Smarty Pants. Little Smarty Pants trying to blow this one wide open has opened up a 6-length lead here. La Pantalones Fancy is trying to close, going around Baby Monster. Then comes Bar Libre as they come to the top of the stretch for long left to go. Little Smarty Pants is shortening a little bit strides-wise, but leads still by 5. Coming now on the outside is Baby Monster, so too is La Pantalones Fancy. They're trying to get to Little Smarty Pants. Up the inside is Bar Libre, but it is Little Smarty Pants who will win it by 2 open lengths. Tight photo for place.
Oh, how about that? The Ron Nicoletti long shot comes through. Good old Ronnie Nick gave out the Rainbow Six yesterday on Saturday, and he said Little Smarty Pants would run really well from the outside, and this horse wound up wiring the field as a mare by Pleasant Strike for trainer Ruben Monges and 7-pound apprentice Kevin Carmona in the 5th. Halfway home, in fact, on this 10-race Sunday afternoon, we'll take a little time out. We're back with race 6 after this.
Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Zepper again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Half-mile pole run from this point on with 5 down and 5 to go. Here's Sunday's 6th race at GPW. Main track sprint, 3 and up filly mare claimers. Claiming tags are $62.50.
And they're off. 40 Sweetheart shows speed from in between horses and is all of a sudden 2 in front. Dancing Donut shows some early contentious speed there too as they race onto the main track. On the outside, Tayuna is into the mix, about 1.5 lengths off the lead. Then at the inside is a Square to Spare. From in between horses is Italian Smile. Next in line is Ladies of Freedom. Then at the inside is Dreaming of Aka. So Tara is right there in the mix there too. Clouded Appeal is the third from last. Then comes Amazing Amelia, and Milbra is last hand trailing. They make their run onto the far turn, and a Square to Spare is at the inside. On the far outside is Tayuna, and Tayuna now takes over the top spot. A Square to Spare is fighting on as they come to the top of the stretch, and on the outside it's Tayuna. Tayuna will turn with the lead. Dancing Donut is caught there in between horses, going to have to fan out wide there for the drive. So too is Italian Smile, but it is Tayuna who has the lead, who's 2.5 clear of a Square to Spare. Down the center of the race course is Italian Smile. Coming late on the outside is a Clouded Appeal. Inside the final 16th, it's Tayuna with the lead, and Tayuna draws off the win by 2 over Italian Smile. Then came a Square to Spare. In between them was Clouded Appeal.
And once again, this race played out like many of the others thus far today, where the number 6 Tayuna was up on the engine, out in the clear, and boy, did she crush the field in this 6th race today as a 4-year-old filly by Astrology, trained by Jorge Delgado, ridden by the very talented and leading rider Edgar Zayas, and she was the first part in a gigantic superfecta that paid well over $5,000 for just a dime. Here we go with race number 7 today. This is my personal favorite race on the card, a good-looking cast of 2-year-old filly maiden turfers as they battle 1 mile.
And they're off. Seeking a Star was off a step slow. Curled to show speed from the inside. From mid-pack is Sunday Express, and she's an introvert. The Charge It Jen is caught wide around as they come in front of the stands. Dana Grace is next, but it is Curled who is set to set the pace here. She's an introvert. Is caught on the outside as they race on to the first turn. Then on the outside is Charge It Jen, who got away third, about 3.5 lengths off the lead. Sunday Express is locked down at the inside, racing in fourth. Then on the outside of fifth is Dana Grace. And Yamati is next. Then we come back to the gray as Scat Mommy, a length and a quarter further back to a Noble Maria. Picking up ground on the outside is Seeking a Star after that slow beginning. Philly Holiday is next, a length and a quarter in front of West Horizon. Then it's a gap of 3 to the trailer. Spanish Exchange well strung out as they race up the back stretch. And it's Curled. Curled on the inside with the neck lead. She's an introvert, is on the outside racing in second. Charge It Jed still about 3.5 lengths off the lead from third. Dana Grace has got to do more from fourth. That one is about 7 lengths off the leaders as they run onto the far turn. A little bit more than a quarter of a mile to go, and it's Curled. Curled has the lead by a half a length on the outside. She's an introvert, beginning to waver just a little bit. Here comes Charge It Jen up the fence. Charge It Jen beginning to close ground on the leader, Curled. It's Curled with the 2-length advantage. Charge It Jen is trying to close from in second now. Coming up the inside, here comes Sunday Express, trying to get to the leader. On the outside is the gray Scat Mommy. Scat Mommy trying to get to Curled on the outside. Scat Mommy's going to get there, and Scat Mommy gets up in the shadow of the wire. Curled was second, then Noble Maria was third.
Wow, it looked like the number 2 Curled, who played part as the inside speed, was home free, and she really fought gamely, but from nowhere. How about the late run, widest of all from the 10, Scat Mommy, Rodolfo Garcia, Sammy Camacho with the upset here, 10-1 under the finish line. Here's a gray filly. What a shame Scat Daddy, who's the winning sire, passed away. Man, he is an amazing sire, and he's got a good one here in Scat Mommy. Back to the main we go with race number 8 in this allowance optional claimer. This is a Florida bred optional claimer, in fact, for 3 and up. All the money, early, late, on the number 2, Star Wancho.
And they're off. A bobble there by Baby I'm Perfect. From In Between Horses, Tell Me a Story shows some early contagious speed. Star Wancho's into the mix from In Between Horses. And now we'll shove ahead on top. Tell Me a Story is caught 3 wide. King Wildcat is on the rail as they race up the back stretch. And it's Star Wancho with the lead by a length and a quarter. King Wildcat continues the track from second. Tiger Blood's caught wide on the outside, about 2 lengths off the lead from third. Then comes Tell Me a Story as they make their run onto the far turn. Express Jet is next. Then comes Baby I'm Perfect as they run onto the far turn with a little bit more than a quarter of a mile left to go. Star Wancho has the lead. King Wildcat at the inside is second. Tiger Blood is still trying now on the outside, as well as Majestic Secret, as Majestic Secret's trying to get to Star Wancho as they make their way to the top of the stretch. For long left to go. Star Wancho with the lead. Majestic Secret is coming within a length and a half of the lead on the outside. King Wildcat's trying to close up the inside, but it's still Star Wancho with the lead by a length and a half. On the outside is Majestic Secret. King Wildcat's trying to come on. Majestic Secret trying to get to Star Wancho. Star Wancho holds on to win. Majestic Secret and King Wildcat. From there was Tell Me a Story.
7-5 favorite Star Wancho becomes our first winning chalk to score on this Sunday afternoon at GPW. Jose Garofalo with this 3-year-old Florida bred by Cantharos, who really is consistent, and he's a fighter. And Amiseo Jaramillo, your winning rider of 7-5 Star Wancho in race number 8. Naturally, that sets us up for the late double, and we're heading down to the finish line in the Rainbow Six, so don't go anywhere.
The Fall Turf Festival is underway at Gulfstream Park West. Mark your calendars, because on Saturday, November 10th, Gulfstream will be offering 8 stakes for Florida breds, 3 on the turf, totaling $600,000. There will be 4 races for 2-year-olds, many with aspirations of competing in the winter and spring classics. Don't forget, you can watch and wager on Gulfstream Park West races in our world-class Silks Simulcast Center, located on the first floor at beautiful Gulfstream Park. Join us at Gulfstream Park and Gulfstream Park West on Saturday, November 10th.
Here we go with the late double on this Sunday afternoon. We're done with the main track. We've got an all-turf late double coming up, naturally beginning in race number 9. We're turfing here 1 mile in this Allowance optional claimer. These are Florida bred 3 and up fillies and mares.
And they're off to a pretty even beginning. From the outside, prospectively shows a little bit of early speed. Toes 2 is Classy Woman. Picara is at the inside, showing speed from in between horses is Lonesome Palm. On the outside, getting away in 4th is Pop's Irish Rose as they run onto the clubhouse turn. And it's Classy Woman who comes away with the lead. Classy Woman is on top by 2 lengths as they race onto the clubhouse turn. Lonesome Palm races in 2nd, 2 lengths off the lead. Then comes Picara in 3rd. Outside 4th is 4Ks. Then at the inside as they race up the back stretch, it's Cali, California. Caught wide around the first turn is Pop's Irish Rose. Then it comes Big Darling in between horses. Prospectively is into the mix there too as they run up the back stretch, and it's Classy Woman. Classy Woman still leads by 1.25 lengths. Lonesome Palm still racing nicely on the outside at about the 2 path. Then comes Picara. Outside next is 4Ks as they prepare to run around the far turn. From there is Cali, California. Trying to get into the mix is Pop's Irish Rose as they make their way around the far turn, and it's Classy Woman who has the lead. Classy Woman still on top by 1.25 lengths. Lonesome Palm on the outside, racing 2nd. Picara is at the inside 3rd. Trying to come up the fence now is Pop's Irish Rose as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Heads are turned for home, and on top of the field is a Classy Woman trying to sneak through at the inside. Here comes Picara. Coming late on the outside is Lonesome Palm, but it's Picara who's taken over the lead. Lonesome Palm is trying to surge on the outside. In between them, Classy Woman trying to fight on. Picara with the lead. Here comes Lonesome Palm. Picara wins. Lonesome Palm was 2nd, then came a Classy Woman. From there was Cali, California. At the inside was Pop's Irish Rose. Final field for his Sunday afternoon program sent on their way, and from the far outside, it's All In Girl who goes for the lead. The gray Bonnie Scott shoots through at the inside with some early contentious speed. Then comes Broadway Peggy. At the inside next is Kaylee's Girl. Then comes Miz in the Cove. It's 1.5 lengths further back to Patient Exchange. From there is Sierra Love. 1.25 lengths to Heck Sarah. 2 back now to Dixie Legend. And the trailer is Lion Diva as they run onto the far turn. Bonnie Scott has the lead. Bonnie Scott leads Broadway Peggy onto that far turn. On the outside is Kaylee's Girl from in between horses as they make their run to the top of the stretch. All In Girl is trying to get into the mix there too as they turn for home. It's Bonnie Scott down the center of the race course trying to make every pole a winning one. On the outside is All In Girl. In between horses is Kaylee's Girl. At the fence is a Broadway Peggy. Final 16th. It's Bonnie Scott with the lead. Inching closer is All In Girl, but they won't get to Bonnie Scott. All In Girl was 2nd in a photo with Broadway Peggy.
And that's it. Another week in the books. We are dark the next couple of days. Keep in mind, Monday and Tuesday, dark at GPW. Back at it for week number 3 this coming Wednesday, an 8-race card that gets underway at about 1:20 p.m. Good night, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired. Oh, my aching back. Let's hit the hay.